This sucks. This absolutely sucks. Congratulations to Miami Heat fans for making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see if you guys play the Philadelphia 76ers or the Boston Celtics. And no matter how your team is constructed, you guys are battle tested as a club. You obviously went to the NBA Finals not too long ago. You went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, took on the Boston Celtics. You guys are going to give it your all. So, congratulations to Miami Heat fans. But this absolutely hurts. I'm probably going to look back at this series or look back at the season in a couple weeks and be like, what a fantastic season. We did not expect this team to make it to the second round of the playoffs. Beat the guy, Donovan Mitchell, that we were supposed to get in the offseason in the first round. Jalen Brunson getting a lot of this criticism when it came to this contract, overpaid. And we all knew Brunson was a good player coming over, but you could be the biggest Jalen Brunson fan in the world, and you just didn't see this coming. Jalen Brunson is this team. The New York Knicks are nothing without Jalen Brunson. This is probably a play-in team. You have Randall that doesn't step up. He's 3 for 14. RJ Barrett, he's had a good playoffs. He obviously didn't step up this game, though. He was 1 for 10. What was our recipe in the regular season? Julius Randle sets the tone offensively. Second unit comes in quickly. Josh Hart, they're thriving. Give us that energy. You get some buckets from RJ Barrett. Brunson's obviously still consistent throughout the game, and he closes. But Brunson literally, from start to finish, he set the tone, and he had an attempt to be the clutch man at the end of the day. And he hit some big shots, but he also had a very costly turnover. Before him to have 38 points last game, play 48 minutes, 1 day of rest, nearly plays the entire game again, has 41 points on ridiculous efficiency like this, it's unbelievable. This would have been a blowout if it wasn't for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had 14 made field goals. The rest of the team, 13. Jalen Brunson had more made field goals than this entire team outside of him. And it's more than RJ Barrett. It's more than a Julius Randle. But the New York Knicks got off to such a terrific start. Obviously, we lose this game 96-92 in Miami. We fall short on the 3-1 comeback. We lose in 6 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's just like we had such a big opportunity to win this game. Neither of these offenses were elite in the fourth, but the Heat made more plays. They did. And Kyle Lowry flipped the switch for the Miami Heat. When the New York Knicks are up double digits, we're getting to the free throw line. RJ Barrett made it to the free throw line tons of times, especially early on. He had 10 points, but he only had 1 made field goal. So RJ was executing from the free throw line. He was awesome. He was really attacking. Randall had this and one. Quentin Grimes hit a 3. You had Brunson cooking. Obi came off the bench, hit a couple threes. But outside of that, he only played 11, 12 minutes in this game. Grimes didn't hit a 3 after that. RJ finished the game 1 for 10. He was a no-show offensively. Julius Randle, our all-NBA player, 2-time All-Star, didn't step up when it mattered. I'm done. I'm done with Randle. I appreciate what he brings in the regular season, but if you don't step up when it matters, it means nothing. It's just absolutely unacceptable. It is disgusting. But the reality of this team is we need floor spacing. We need guys that can knock down threes. We need more versatility defensively. We need more size. Congratulations to Josh Hart, his wife, by the way. He had twins today, so congratulations to him. But credit the Heat. Kyle Lowry comes in, though. So when the Knicks are on this run, like I said, RJ free throw line, Randall and 1, Brunson executing, Grimes 3, like all this happening during this run. Obi a couple threes, but again, obviously those guys didn't execute after that, so that run pretty much meant nothing. And Lowry was scrappy as hell. Coming up with steals, which led to a bucketed transition. Him knocking down a 3. You can come back so quick in basketball. They were running this 3-2 zone. We don't have floor spacers, so we weren't able to break out of it. But again, Brunson's just terrific. Double teams being thrown out of blitzes. It didn't matter what personnel. He was just thriving from 3 areas of the floor. 14 of 24 from the field. 5 of 10 from the outside. Getting to the free throw line. It sucks. He played his heart out. And for it to end with the turnover, is this like the Roy Hibbert 2.0 Eastern Conference semifinals? Carmelo Anthony goes up. We're competitive this game. Roy Hibbert block. This game, 25 seconds left. We have the ball in this possession. There was the huge flagrant that went on to happen. Because I will give you the rundown. Kyle Lowry had extremely great footwork in that fourth quarter to get around Mitchell Robinson, scoop shot. Wish Mitch blocked it. It was fantastic footwork. We know Kyle Lowry's been battle tested in the playoffs. Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors obviously held up a Larry O'Brien trophy with Nick Nurse, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, Marcus Gasol, and even more when they won that championship versus Golden State. But Lowry was big time there. He had a huge strip on RJ Barrett. Randall didn't step up. RJ didn't step up. Outside of Brunson, literally no one stepped up. Key play when Gabe Vincent drove down the lane, wraparound pass to Bam Adebayo. Mitch got to be stronger there. He needs to commit a hard foul. If it's a flagrant, oh well. You got to send a message there. Or you just got to make it tougher. I didn't think Mitch played that well. Bam Adebayo is going to be one of the true X factors. I kept on saying, whoever plays more consistent basketball out of Bam and Julius Randle, like that's probably going to be the team that wins the series. If Bam, 24 points, dominates the interior, Mitch not in good positioning, he got killed. Mitch got killed. I understand he gave us some second chance opportunities, but there's that huge play that Gabe Vincent found Bam Adebayo for a dunk. Kyle Lowry, scoop shot, great footwork. We allowed an offensive rebound kick out to Strus. We shot the three ball better than the Heat in this game, but obviously it's not saying much. Both these teams did not shoot well, but Max Strus hit a big three when it mattered. RJ, I would have liked to see him be more physical on this play that he allowed Jimmy Butler to rise up mid-range jumper, pull up mid-range jumper. Wish we had Grimes on him there in that situation. But obviously a huge pivotal play happened when we thought the game was over. Jalen Brunson has the basketball. Gabe Vincent goes on to hit Brunson in the face. I don't think it was intentional. Maybe it was. But they end up calling a flagrant 2 anyway. So we're going to have 2 free throws and we're going to have the basketball. Jalen Brunson executes when it comes to the first free throw and the second free throw. Cool as a cucumber. And then Jalen Brunson dribble penetrates, makes a beautiful read, finds Josh Hart cutting to the basket. It's a 2-point game. And the New York Knicks, gritty defensively, great stop on Jimmy Butler. There's 25 seconds left here, pretty much. But the turnover happened at the 16-second mark. Jalen Brunson, 5 turnovers this entire series. Last game, played 48 minutes, had 38 points, only had 1 turnover. Brunson looks to attack. The Heat do a really good job blitzing him. Good communication by Jimmy Butler. And he pivots. He had an opportunity to pass it to Josh Hart. Do you think that was the right read? He is open. I probably would have made that pass. Josh Hart's hit big threes for us in the past. Brunson's like, I don't know, maybe we can get a better shot here. The Heat are playing good, suffocating defense. And who knows, Josh Hart, though, the Heat do such a great job closing out. Josh Hart has kind of a slower release. Maybe he would have pump faked and looked to do something else with the basketball, but he was wide open. You got the defense on you. You want to make the right play. But he ended up kind of forcing it into Randall. I thought he had the right idea, but Gabe Vincent was glued literally hip to hip with Julius Randle. And it resulted in a turnover. And then we had to intentional foul Jimmy Butler. We're down 4. There's like 14 seconds left. Inbound to Quentin Grimes. Air ball. 3. Wasn't even close. Pretty good look. I thought he rushed it. He just needs to learn how to not rush his shots. We're going to look back and be like, what a fantastic season again. But it just sucks that this is how it went down. It sucks that RJ was playing well entire series and he doesn't step up. Mitchell Robinson, fantastic in round 1, but this Heat team is more physical. Bam abused him tonight in the interior. He hit some difficult mid-range jumpers. But Kyle Lowry, story of this game as well, like I said, scrappy, got big buckets for the Miami Heat. When they were down double digits, huge 3, and obviously in the fourth quarter, nice footwork to get around Mitchell Robinson. Jimmy Butler didn't have some fantastic, efficient game, but he found ways to get to the free throw line, distributed the basketball. The Heat rely on the pass. You can count on their offense even if it's stagnant because they trust their teammates. And Brunson was going off at an all-time high level, but it's just how do you have a player? Brunson makes 14 shots. The rest of the team makes 13 shots. That is just absolutely unacceptable. There's no excuses. The Heat are battle-tested and have this experience, but it sucks. But more that goes into it, bench. When Brunson was out of the game and we had an opportunity to build upon this lead. And just, I don't know, I wanted to see how this team would look without Brunson out there. I wanted RJ to take over. You didn't get that takeover from RJ. This offense is very vanilla, but McBride kind of looked lost. But then it's like, I don't know if there's freaking plays the way this offense is being run. Credit to Eric Spoelstra for pulling out that zone. And again, they hit less threes than us, but Struess hit a big three, and we had an opportunity though. That flagrant two was huge. We got the free throws, we cut it too. We just did not execute. We had a chance. We had a chance, and maybe this could have been a totally different ball game if RJ played well and Randall played well, but that wasn't the case. It just wasn't the case. But not having Quickly is huge. Who knows if Quickly would have gone going? But when you rely on Quickly, who was a 6-man of the year candidate, came in second in voting. You expected him to step up. He got hurt, didn't play well anyway. Randall's an All-NBA player this year. He's literally in the same category as LeBron on the All-NBA third team. Makes an All-Star team. He's so up and down in the playoffs. Brunson's on a hurt ankle. He's playing his ass off, puts his team on his back, but Randall just... We need versatility on defense. We need floor spacing if that's for the bench, if it's for the starting unit. But Brunson, I'm getting this dude's jersey because, again, he is the heart and soul of this basketball team. He's just unbelievable. This dude not being named an all-star, not making the All-NBA team is a freaking crime. He deals with the media the right way. He steps up when it matters. Obviously, he had the huge turnover, so actually I can't say that tonight. But just unbelievable basketball player. Like, this dude played 48 minutes last game. He's on a hurt ankle. He dropped 41. And even if the Heat's three-point shots weren't falling, there's still so much pressure on our defense, though, because it's like, even if their shots not falling, they're still shooters, so they may get hot. Well, you can't say that with the New York Knicks. Like, if we're missing shots, we're missing shots. Like, we don't really have big-time threats from the outside on the perimeter. But, yeah, we're double-teaming Jimmy, and apparently he liked that. He said in the post-game press conference, because he trusts his guys, knock down shots when it mattered. But, yeah, the offensive rebound was huge. But, again, we overcame it. You know, we had an opportunity. We cut it to 2, and we got to stop on Jimmy, but we did not execute. We did not execute. I'm not saying Obi's obviously not the most consistent defender, but for him to come in, knock down a couple threes was pretty big, and for him to only get 11, 12 minutes with the way Randall's playing, there was a play that just really frustrated me when in the first half when he just dribble penetrated and he looked to dump it off to Mitch. And you could say Mitch should have caught it, but Mitch was probably expecting a rebound. I'm like, Randall, just go up strong there. Like, I just don't understand what you're doing. We're getting to the free throw line, continue to attack. If they call a charge, they call a charge. But obviously, RJ got into foul trouble early. That was huge. Brunson did as well, but he obviously overcame it. And he wasn't in any position that he was going to foul out. But credit to Eric Spoelstra, credit to the Miami Heat. This sucks. It just sucks. It does. It really does. Because you can say we could have been tougher defensively, should have been tougher defensively in the fourth quarter, but it came down to the offense. This Heat team is fantastic defensively, and Brunson was the only one that had an answer for them, but we need a more complex offense. It's just extremely vanilla, and I do think Brunson had a lot of the inefficiencies of this offense being such an elite isolation scorer of the basketball. But when Brunson even hit a big three in the fourth quarter, you know, Jimmy Butler answered back with that mid-range like I mentioned. Great season, second round of the playoffs, first time since I was like 9, 10 years old and my dad was alive. So still a successful season, Dad. We fell short. Peace out, y'all.